am Julie Roberts. Welcome to Bio Out Loud. Come with me and hear this tantalizing story from our diverse Caribbean people. And don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel. Hi, guys. Welcome to another episode of Bio Out Loud. I'm Julie Roberts and I'm your host for yet another great one. Today I'm with Mr. Franklyn Moses. I'm so excited to have this one with him, where he's going to tell us a little bit about his life story, where he started, where he went, and where he is today. So, good day. Nice to have you with us.
It's a pleasure and a pleasant moment to be here with you, and I'm looking forward to this interview for a little while with you.
Aw, I love that. Okay, so tell me a little bit about your childhood. Where were you born? I know you're from Antigua, but it seemed like you have a very strong dynamic past in Dominica. So tell me a little bit about your beginning of life.
Grateful for Dominica for being my parent home, my home of birth. Antigua is my adopted home. But in Dominica, it started more like 19, I was 19, and 19 going on 20, when I left school, and 1 year later I got a job at the Youth Development Division, and then I worked with the OAS, and then I worked with the radio station, DBS Radio. That's early years, 83, 84, 85, 86, 87, and then moved on my own, started doing all the shows in Dominica, all the shows for 30 years, non-stop.
What type of shows?
Every show, every show. Kiwani show, Calypso show, Queen show, Junior Calypso, Junior Carnival, Jason's Queen show in Antigua, Calypso show in Antigua, all over the comedy all over the Caribbean, with the exception of Guyana and Anguilla. Everywhere else around the world, everywhere in the Caribbean and Cuba.
So,
And so I've crafted my skill and my art to helping people, to reaching people, to making people happy, making them laugh. And the commercials came in, writing commercials. I was in theater, so I understand how to speak, how to express information, or to give out information to people. And it's been a roller coaster ride ever since, except this season is just gloomy.
okay, I have to ask, what village in Dominica you're from?
Roseau, Pong.
Oh, you're Tongman.
Yeah, I was born in Pong, yes.
I want
But
you to.
Pong is not in me.
I've never heard of phone before though. I want you to tell me one thing about your childhood that stand out in your mind. I know it has been a long time ago. Not calling you old, but it has been a long time ago. But tell me one thing about your childhood that really stood out, and up to this day, it is standing out in your mind.
I must admit, my aunt and godmother, Josephine Ismail, my beloved aunt, I was maybe 5, 6, maybe 7 in the pound, and something happened, and I spoke. She told me I spoke correctly, emphatically, and purposefully, and it was relevant and timely. And I'm like, what did I say? Well, she said something was not had okay. There's a difference between a smell and aroma, and things of that sort. So I said, something out there stinks. And she thought I was good. She said, Frank, did you hear what Frank said? And I'm like, what did I say? Frank said it stinks. He speaks well. Oh, you're going to go far. And that stuck with me. And I've always wanted to articulate. She's always been, no. That's not how the word is spelled. That's not how the word is pronounced. And even the word pronounced, she tell me it's not pronounced, it's pronunciation. Those kind of things. So I got excited about words and about expressing myself. And so that is one of the moments that turned my life around. When she said, did you hear what Frank said? He spoke perfect English. And that was many, many years ago.
So you said you worked with the OAS. That's a big deal.
Well, that was with Paul Brown, under the auspices of the Youth Development Division. Paul Brown at the time was the OAS director, so I went around paying young people who had youth skills, and we were training them in skills, and I was responsible for that. That was a big job then, which was a menial job also then. And then I moved on to the radio station.
Yeah, so that's what I was going to ask. How did you make the transition from just that youth job to wanting to be on the radio? Because I think that's what we know you for, that dynamic radio personality and comedian.
Well, I worked at the Youth Development Division, and there was a program called Search, youth program, and I did all the writing, and the manager of the radio station at the time, her name was Myrtle Solomon. She saw me, and she heard me, and she was like, this guy got potential. He's got a great voice, and I don't know what you're talking about. Because I was just doing it, I mean. And then I got a job offer, and from the Youth Development Division, where my salary was 2004 to $360. They're going to change by JC, because I was there were 4 of us: Reggie Blanchard, Camilla Bellot, Franklyn Moses, and some guy from Portsmouth, Drago. Manuel Drago, and we made it. We made it, you know. And it was all there wasn't television as prevalent as it is. There wasn't Facebook, there wasn't WhatsApp and everything. We had to do everything by hand, by mouth, by talk, by being there. The show is not over until it's over. So we really understand the fundamentals of, at least I do. Val, Alex, and Prosper, and the other guys, Miguel. And well, half of them I brought them on stage with me. There isn't one entertainment function that happened in Dominica in the last 30 years that I have not been part of. You know?
So all that was happening in Dominica. At what point did you decide I need to move to Antigua? Let me transition over there.
No. My wife, by the way, this month will be 29 years, and she got a job at Liat in Antigua. So I struggled about going over there, but I trusted myself, and I went over there. After 7 years, I wanted to be in a position of authority. And it happened within that time. I became the manager of the radio station in Antigua, and advertising, and having a good camaraderie. You know, working with the government of Antigua, taking the government of Antigua to court and winning. And that's another story, another episode for that. Yes. Not now, because it's really slightly distracted. But over there they know what the work that we have done in Antigua. But in Dominica, it's been a good run. It's been a good run, yes.
So, as a child, I remembered you as this person that every young person wanted to emulate. You know, you were the funny guy. You were the guy that seemed to be making the money. You know, that kind of thing. When you look back at that now, is there anything about what you did that you would have changed?
Not one bit. Not one bit. I have lived, and yeah, I there are certain other things I wanted to achieve and accomplish, and it's not too late. It's wrong the corner. It's wrong the corner. Like releasing my, when it's released, you will know about it.
No, I know I have to ask you about your book, so don't even tell me when it's released.
I'm still writing.
You're still writing it?
Yes, I'm still writing, and more ideas are coming, but I don't have the vast resources I used to have to really facilitate me into getting what I want. And so sometimes I just, sometimes I just breathe in and say, well, thank you, Papa God. I just thank Papa God for still being alive, man. It's been a rough. For all of my energy, when I work, I give my all. You know, I give my strength, I give my commitment, and after a while, I just going through some burnout. Just giving yourself all the time and not getting back in return. You know what I mean? So it's all fun. It's all good.
Okay, I have some weird questions, but let's go down with this one first. I know you've been every time you see me, tell me this last couple of months have not been the best for you. You know, I want you to tell us. So I know we're doing a bio out loud, and Franklyn, I don't know, maybe 50 years old. I don't know how old you are.
Almost 60.
Oh, look at that. Ah, you're 58, so you're almost 60. And, oh, I'm a December born too. And I know that but basically we did not go into all the details of your life, but where you are now is important for me because I think that very often people see accomplishments and then when we have situations where it seems like things are not going great, that is what we focus on. So, what happened? What happened within the last couple of months? You know, why everybody is looking at Franklyn, some feeling sorry, some making judgments. Can you give us a little bit as to what's happening?
No, guys, I also I still haven't understood. So I cannot explain something I still haven't understood. There's a whole series of events that are just collided one behind the other from December. I went to England, went to back to Miami, went to New York, Tallahassee, where my daughter is studying to become a medical doctor, and came back here to vote and see my dad in the infirmary and spend a little time here for the carnival. And the COVID came and just half my clothes in New Jersey, some clothes in Miami, some clothes in Antigua, you know. So I maybe just go back to England again. Who knows? But I did some time just to simmer down to understand what's happening, you know, and all the help I can get for the time being, you know.
Yes. What kind of help?
All the help I can get. All the.
Just all the help you can get. Okay.
Encouragement, not you know, all the help I can get. I'm not too proud to say like I need the help. You know what I mean?
Yeah, No, definitely. I know you're not too proud. If it's one thing when you meet Franklin, he will say, "Today I just want to talk," or "Today, he's not the kind of person that not say what he wants." So I know you would say what it is.
Yeah, that's tell him I'm struggling. And be honest with him, I'm struggling.
And your struggles. That's something that I hear people say all the time. I want to clear the air in it. Your struggle is not a drug addiction struggle.
Yeah, but that too, because I take drugs on medication from the doctor too. It's a combination of depression. Nobody seems to understand what depression is, or take the time out, except those who suffer from depression. And some people say, "Well, I have bipolar too. I suffer from bipolar," and that is tough. For some people, say, "Well, I have it too." I say, "You have yours, but mine is just sometimes unbearable." I don't think anybody, in my case, would be able to stand up to the pressures that grab mentally and physically, and it's just your chemicals in your brain just sway and shift radically, whereby you're unprepared for it, and you just get gloom and doom. It may last a week, a day, or two, and in that moment you can't cope. I don't know about other people. Sometimes I struggle to cope, and you can communicate that to people because people see you and they say, "Franklyn Moses, give me a joke." They want me to laugh, but who gives me a joke? And who entertains me? So sometimes it drained me. It drained me. But not really drained, totally drained. And nobody was putting back in. But never forget that.
But do you think, no, I have to ask, because, we just celebrated World Mental Illness Day on Saturday, and last month, the month of September, was the Suicide Awareness Month, and you find a lot of people with mental conditions committing suicide because they feel like nobody understands what they're going through, no one is there helping. So that's something that seems that's what God, but sometimes they don't think that's why they commit suicide. So I need to ask this question now that you've mentioned this. Do you feel like the fact that you needed to be Franklyn Moses and then you needed to be Franklyn Moses in the media contributed to your
Bipolar, but that's a good question. That's a very good question. Bipolar, I think, is hereditary. Some of my family have it. Extended family have it. I didn't know I had it. You are hired to do a job, and in the mood like today, or you don't feel 100%. You must will yourself to do it, because it's a commitment you're giving not to the person who hired you, but to the audience. I love my audience. I love the Dominican. I love all audiences, and I try my best to be respectful to them and do the best, and let the person who hired me get the credit. Because they say it was a good show. You put in a good show, and I don't mind, but sometimes, and then I have to walk home sometimes, and but say, "Hey, that was a good show." They pass you straight. "Hey, that was a good show." They pass you straight, but but I try to make life as easy and funny as possible. But half of us comedians in the Caribbean, we're all mentally challenged.
Yeah, because
All of
there
us.
was this movie, The Joker, and I remember the guy, he got into character so well, and after the movie was done, he could not get out of character. And sometimes we underestimate our minds. Our mind is a powerful thing, and then that's why I asked if you, because you constantly had to put yourself in character to please people, to make people laugh, and then you have to like sometimes forget about your life. If you really think that contributed.
Yeah, that too is interesting, because I would focus on my work so much that I'd never walk with jokes in my hand. Even now, I have about 3,000 of them in my head that could work for religious, children, weddings, anniversaries, banquets, functions, christenings, funerals. Every one of them.
You're giving stupid for a believer.
Not. That cost you.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the mental illness thing is a challenge.
Well, that's the
Do
big-
you
big- big
feel like you're getting any support?
Yes, I am. Yes, I'm getting. Yeah, but the medication that I take, when one of them, two of them doesn't work for me, and then people don't understand that. Hold on, just now, because they don't understand. Anyway, let me not get there. There are certain chemicals that just go contrary to me. It makes me drowsy, makes my tongue heavy, it makes me want to sleep. I can't work. I feel miserable. So it doesn't work. It's not cut out for my chemical structure. And if people will listen to that, as a disrespect to the person who says it doesn't work for me. So it's a mental struggle when people don't listen. I'm very in tune to myself. But anyway, some people struggle and suffer in comfort.
Yes, yes, yes. We see you sit at the street corner now, and right away when someone see you, they'll say, "Boy, Franklin fall," How do you cope with that?
No, well, man in front, there's behind. That's how I cope with that. Everybody fall. Everybody. Just that we don't know yet. Everybody. Every human being. Every one of us. You may see me now, but guess what? I don't walk in with my head bowed down and whatever it is. I've lived a, I know I've tried to live a real decent life.
Yes.
You know, so I don't go around regretting and sulking and whatever it is. After today, I drink water tomorrow and bread tomorrow. But I go
I only know David. How many children do you have?
six, three boys, three girls. David is the one I did a lot of work on.
Oh, well, he was just my friend, you know.
Yeah, David. When he was younger, he was dyslexic. So I had a lot of work to do, you know, to get him to understand fundamental structures of words. But my kids are brilliant. My last daughter is in Tallahassee studying medicine. You know.
And you always speak about your wife. I don't know your wife, you know.
Lady Roden, yes. She's looking after their grandson.
You're still married?
Oh yeah, this month, the 19th of October will be 29 years. The first time we're apart.
All right. So how is your family? You know, as I said, Dominican people may say, how are they coping with their concern? So it's not that they've given up on you and think
No,
that.
no, certain things I cannot say.
Yeah,
I don't want to say. You know what I mean? Yeah, yes, yes.
So they still see you as daddy, husband, everything is
Oh,
still
oh yes, absolutely.
okay. So Franklin, if there was one thing people could remember about you after you're gone, what would it be? Because we already have a personal touch when it comes to your joke. We know you when it comes to success. But what is it that you would really want people to live with in their minds when they remember Franklin?
I've done my best. I've given my best. I've given my all. And there's one person who's given me their all and given me their best, and his name is Jesus Christ. And I hold on to him, and I hold on to God, and we're going to go places together. I trust him. I trust him.
We're getting to the end of our little interview with Franklin. I know this one was you're my friend, you're my people, and I really have a deep respect for you. And sometimes in life, we have to, it's not just when we're always up, we can know what we're made of. You have to go through something sometimes so you can truly know what you're made of. And I tip my hat to you, you know. So someone may see you and think that, oh, Mr. Fall, or, you know, but I understand, you know.
I'll stand again in the name of Jesus.
Yeah, no, but you're doing good. It's okay. Breadfruit, roast breadfruit, or green banana? Which you prefer?
Rose Bedford.
Oh my God, me too. Okay, let's go to the next one. Cocoa or no, what you call Kako or Toloma?
Toloma. Well,
Really?
Toloma with Kako. Anyone.
Toloma with Kako. I've never had it like that. Toloma with Kako.
And something call it a wapap.
Okay. Where's the place you've been in the world that you're most intrigued by?
Oof. Boy, there's so many places. Well, I should say, give me some time. Let me think. Trinidad. No, but then again, there's certain places. I love Ocala. That's in Miami. I love Miami. And maybe England. That is boring. Sorry.
Chocolate or vanilla?
Chocolate.
Hands down.
Chocolate.
Wow. Okay. The best place in Dominica for you?
I love Cruise Bar. I love Cruise. I used to love Cruise.
Have you been to the new one?
No.
I'll take you.
Okay.
I'll take you.
I'm looking for it.
I'm looking forward to that. Okay, I have another one. If you have to give our young people out there one thing for them to go with to become a good person in life, you know, to get their life where they want to get it, take it. Because you've been from the guy in Roseau to that guy that we can turn on our televisions and see to the guy that's driving the best cars. Because that's how I remember you as a child. What would that advice be?
Plan correctly. Listen to your parents, but plan correctly with people who can give you sound advice, and who will keep an eye on you respectfully and concerned about bringing results, but not to be too structured until you get to an age. But focus on acquiring. I don't know. I have a sentence that I use. Always try to deny the lesser to achieve the greater.
Yes.
So that let me speak. Dominican. Life is not running. In fact, it is always walking side by side with you. And now and then, when you glance at your life, when you glance at where you're going, you begin to make the difference and understand. Okay, maybe I need to slow down or hasten. But remember to plan your life and speak to people who are able to pour into you and guide you at least before you're 18.
One advice to someone who's going through any kind of mental illness, from depression to anxiety, schizophrenia, bipolar, one advice.
I'm not quite sure if I have the advice. I don't seek medical attention, that's important. And seek counseling and get good friends. I know they're going to exercise, sleep good, sleep well, and those kind of things of that sort. But I'm not, I could suggest that. But it varies from person to person, as I said, it varies from person to person, depending on the background and the impact and the condition and the treatment and their willingness to get stronger and to rebound.
It definitely varies, but you know what? I find a lot of people don't think that it could happen to them, kind of thing. They don't realize that any little thing can happen and you can lose your mind. Not even just to have bipolar, something that's treatable, but you can just lose your mind. So very often, I think that you can be one of the poster boys here to help people, because there are tons of people that's going through some sort of mental health issue and they really don't know how to start talking about it.
Yeah, with the help of the medical experts here, I'm sure that we can do something. But I'm back on my feet again.
You're only on your knees.
Feet again.
What's next for Franklyn Moses?
I don't know yet.
You don't know yet?
No yet.
So that's the way that you just don't want to tell me about your book?
No, well,
That I'm supposed to be it?
yeah, well, actually, the two of them, but this one in particular it's been prepared for a while now. So this one is, I have it with me. It's more spiritual, and the other one that I did with everyday life. Yeah, but this one is all about sevens. The book of all about anything you want to find out about the scriptures, the holy scriptures, regarding the powerful, significant, golden number of divine number of seven in the scripture, the number of completion and perfection. Read my book. It's coming out in a bookstore near you.
Okay, any final words before we end the interview? It's a very short one.
Yeah. Yeah. Final words. We end the interview.
All right, guys. Thank you so much for watching another Bio Out Loud. This is Franklyn Moses.
That's me, Dave.
And we really enjoyed having him with us today, just giving us a little bit about his life, and advice, things that we can take with us, because this is someone who came where we came from, stood where we stood. He was very successful. His story is successful, and he's still going places. So I hope you enjoyed it. And until next time, this is Julie Roberts, and this was another Bio Out Loud. See you soon.